Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Kim, how are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm good. I stayed up late to watch the political display and
Oh,
fell asleep towards the end, which was okay. Getting a recap this
yep.
morning, which I think is a good time to talk about this topic. So I'm glad you brought this up. How do you develop a marketing strategy during a recession or a potential recession, right? Everyone you
Right.
talk to has a different opinion. Like, we're in a recession, we're not in a recession is coming, and people are starting to panic. And I always say, I don't panic from this stuff. I never do, because I just go grassroots. Let me worry about my own business. Let me reach out to my ideal clients. And there's always people who are still spending money. And in
Right.
interior design, that's your market, right? So,
Right.
um, what are some common challenges of marketing during
Well,
the
first of
recession?
all, I applaud you on your attitude because my first message, if anybody walks away with anything today, it's take the pivot as an opportunity and not as doom and gloom. Like now's a perfect time to just pivot, take an assessment of where you're at, where your marketing has been, what's worked, what hasn't, and then pivot maybe the direction that you're going and look at it as an opportunity to really serve the clients and customers that you already currently serve and your potential ones. Like it, people, like if everybody else is panicking and you're the calm, cool duck in the lake, who
Yes,
are people going to want to work with now or when there is more better economic times?
it's
So
true.
like you watch the political things. I think staying informed and then having an educated plan ahead of time. So we let emotions run. And so I'll see that. I was on a call the other day with someone I had done an audit for, and they're like almost on that panic state. Like, I have to get clients. How am I going to use social media to get clients? And you
Yes,
should have seen her face. And I said, well, probably aren't at this point because you haven't posted since July.
right,
Like,
right.
there you have to think about that strategy and having a plan and being educated so that you can let the marketing. So many people with social media, it's because everybody knows how to do Facebook. We all know how to do Instagram for personal. And we don't stop to think that we do need a strategy when we are marketing at all times, good and bad, but especially during a recession.
Right.
So some of the key things that I think will help is like what you focus a lot on is that mindset and how important that is during your marketing. And then we'll talk about what you can actual action steps that you can take. So trying to flip the script when you are talking to your ideal client or you're even yourself. So instead of ourselves thinking like, I could lose my business, I could lose everything, instead thinking about how is this going to opportunities going to provide me to learn new things? How can I do new
Yeah.
things? How can I showcase my services a little bit different? And then remember that at this time, people aren't focusing on aspiration. They're focusing more on preservation. So if you are a designer, are there ways that you can showcase and meet people where they're at and address those fears? Because they're worried about paying the grocery bills, and maybe they had a home remodel plan that they wanted to do, and their budget was $100,000. But now with the economy, they still want to make that home beautiful. They maybe aren't going to buy a new home. They're probably maybe not going to be as elaborate. But can you show them? Can you propose to them in the language that you're using that you'll work within their budget? And if they need to cut back their budget to 50,000 this year and then maybe 50,000 next year, that you're hitting where they're at and they're addressing those concerns that they're
Yeah. I mean, I think it
facing.
depends on who your clientele
Correct.
is currently and then who you're looking to for it to be during the next year or two, right? It definitely is
Correct.
modify. And this is in the Profit Insiders group coaching program that we are starting soon on the 15th. That's one of the first things we always do. That's one of the first things I do with all my clients is create your ladder of services to match what your ideal client needs and wants. And if you
Correct.
need to pivot during this time, like you're saying, this is a great opportunity to pivot.
Right.
If you look at it that way. So it really starts with mindset. You're 100% right. And it reminds me like when COVID first came, everyone was like doom and gloom, like, oh my God, when I tell you there were designers who told me, I'm just not going to market. People don't want to see the marketing. They don't want to do anything. They're just hunkering down. And I'm like, no, double down on your marketing. Be there for
100%.
people. Be there and be
And
consistent.
showcase. So if you're especially like the luxury designer, if you're a luxury designer and that's your luxury market, your clients may still have money.
Oh, and
So
they do, and they are spending still, like
correct.
100%.
So it a lot depends on, again, who your ideal client is. But even if your ideal client is more of a moderate income base, they still have dreams. They still want the beautiful kitchen and the bathroom and the bedroom that is amazing. So you still want to showcase that. And really, their stats are showing that the businesses that doubled down on their marketing, like in the last recession, they're the businesses that continue. Survive, yes. And I would say with all of our clients that even consistently stayed marketing through COVID, they're the clients that are in a really good position right now as we're looking at what the economy is doing. Like they're steady eddies. It's that train, like, I think I can type
Absolutely.
thing.
Absolutely. Here's the thing, the consistency, which we talk about ad nauseum, but like, I see people still don't get it, right? You can't disappear for 3 months and then expect to start social media marketing. And in 1 month be like, why is my following growing? Why didn't I get any clients? I mean, there's got to be a reasonable expectation with your social media. It's for visibility, brand recognition. Sometimes it will bring you some business, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Certainly with what's going on in the world and a recession or possible recession, or we're in a recession, whatever you want to think, or whoever you follow and you want to believe, being consistent with your marketing is the only thing that's going to save you. But maybe you shift it where it's a little more social media and a little more grassroots local, or maybe it's the opposite. I mean, these are the things we discuss and figure out what's best for each individual designer. And you do the same.
Correct. And this is my next point is marketing to your existing customers, but asking yourself, where did you get those customers? So if you got 95% of your customers from word of mouth, you need a social media presence for a billboard, like the old yellow pages, those kind of things.
Right. But to know that you're in business still.
Oops, excuse me. I had my phone on do not disturb. I apologize for that.
It's okay.
But ask where you found them and then do more of that. So if it's more word of mouth, reach out to the people that are sending you clients and send them a thank you note. A handwritten thank you note can go a long way, and it's very inexpensive. Send them an email like, thinking of you. How are you enjoying your new kitchen? Those kind of opportunities that it's not, you don't have to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars to market. A lot of times it's just a quick little, hey, I'm thinking of you this morning, having a cup of coffee. Hope you're enjoying that beautiful new kitchen we designed last year. If you have any questions or concerns, or if you're looking at maybe making a few tweaks, I'm here to help type thing.
Exactly. Just be there, be present, and be in the conversation. Don't disappear for fear of whatever recession, that people don't.
And remembering social media has that key word in it's social. And really, we've been experimenting with your platform and actually my business platform this month, and trying to really increase that engagement and interacting with people and being genuine with it. It's amazing. It's social media. It's not, so many people will approach Instagram like a magazine where you just post that pictures and it's done, or you do a TV commercial and you're not in it, but it provides a wonderful opportunity. For one, is your following on Instagram really your ideal client? And you know that when you start engaging with them and you're finding out that they're asking you how to sew a pillowcase and you are a luxury designer, it's not your ideal client. And so how do you get to having the people that are more of your ideal client in your following base?
Right. But I always point out that that person who might be still a DIYer and sewing may know somebody who has a conversation
100%.
with them the next day going, God, I need my kitchen redone. I need a designer. And they'll go, you know what? There was a designer talking to me on Instagram or on Facebook or on LinkedIn, wherever you are, right? Those conversations can turn into collaborations with other people in their circle. So it's never
100%.
a waste. It's never a waste.
100%. And I should clarify is that I had one luxury designer and she was more of the extreme upper luxury designer. But the content that she was posting was all the DIY stuff. So she wasn't
Yes.
showcasing her brand. She wasn't showcasing her beautiful designs. It was all the DIY, which is great. There is a place for that. But then she was frustrated because she wasn't getting those high-end clients that she was desiring.
Right.
But then we pointed out, it's like, well, you're not showcasing that. Like you're speaking to one audience and wanting another audience on Instagram. And you just got to make sure that your messaging aligns to what direction and goals that you have.
Right. Which is why you create a marketing plan for during a recession. You relook at what you're doing and decide whether you want to keep that going as is. Do you want to modify? Do you want to target an additional audience perhaps? Do you want to do more interaction? Like there's so many decisions here that you help people with based on what their goals are.
Correct. Because the worst thing to do, and we've all felt that, if we use a life analogy, my daughter's she's already married, but my daughter was getting married last May. In April, I panicked because I'm 50 pounds overweight. That's not making good decisions at that time. And that is the same thing that happens when we hit into a recession or we hit into economic challenges, is we don't want to panic. We want to have a plan. And we have right now, if it's recession, if it's not, I don't know, but we're at a beginning stages. So now we have a plan. So what's going to carry us through the next year? You could even look at what is the worst case scenario. What if I need one new client a month? What if I don't get it? What is my backup plan? I was working with a health coach yesterday, and we talked about if she doesn't get that one new client, what could she do? Well, she could do a pop-up 2-week challenge and charge a low dollar and get people into her pipeline. Again, we talked about, actually I brought your ladders of services up, like the ladders of services. We changed our focus a little bit. We do 95% of our income in our revenue in our business is doing it for people. But we developed, based on your model, a ladder of services to now where we have a monthly content creation club. So for $9 a month, we have posts for every single day of the week that you can just subscribe. It's done. All you do is go to Canva.
Cool. That's new.
That's new. The next ladder is we have an academy that's got all our teaching resources. So that's another $1. And then eventually for the DIY, our highest is the Get It Done club. But based on what your ladders is, we had to shift that marketing because not everyone's going to have money to invest, but they still need to be marketing.
Correct. And when it comes to the designers, that's when I teach, like, again, ladder of services. Do you want to do designer for a day, designer on call, full service design? Do you want to have packages for kitchen and baths, for, fixtures and finishes only packages? Like there are things you can do that continue to make you money as long as every single package is profitable. And then how do you create the marketing plan to start getting to those people? So it does take sitting down. And I know people are just running all the time, sitting down and making a plan and then following it through. Don't bail after 1 week going, this is not working, right? Make a plan and actually do it.
Follow through and then ask questions and then look at what we'll use designers. Look at what other designers are doing. So I reached out to Leslie yesterday. She had a post this week that was one of the best written posts I have ever seen on Instagram. Ooh. And I reached out, I was like, that was amazing. That was a great post. Can I use it for an example when I'm teaching people how to write posts for Instagram? So take this time as an opportunity. So what if you don't have a client this month and so you're a little bit slower? Follow other designers that are doing really well and see what they're doing. And so how can you incorporate their marketing strategy into your marketing strategy? What are they doing well? Do you just post to the feed right now, but maybe you want to explore in Reels, or do you want to learn how to do stories? Now is the perfect time when it's a little bit slower. Another opportunity is learning about SEO. Like, is your website optimized? Are there things you could do? Just looking at that bigger picture, because we're not stuck in the mud. We're not stuck in where we can't do something. Most of the strategies that we teach, we could do for you, but you can also do it yourself. It's just a matter of being educated on how to do it.
Yes, absolutely. And I think you're right. It's a good opportunity. If your pipeline is slower, please don't panic, because the panic creates a difference when you're feeling desperate. Your facial expressions change, your body language changes, the way your tone of voice changes, the way you deliver information changes. And that's my body language training side, which you don't even know that it's being subtly picked up on by people, right?
Correct.
So you want to make sure that you're still Tigger as opposed to Eeyore, right? Everyone
Right.
wants to be someone around people who are enthusiastic about what they do. Don't become an Eeyore. I'm just doing it because I have to, but no one's going to buy anything anyway. And you get into this rut. That rut
Right.
is going to bring all negative energy to you. I know
Right.
your dog is sick too. So I know
Sorry.
that's
Yes.
okay. The joys of working from home, right? This is the
Yes.
this is the real deal, right?
Yep. And I was looking for the mute button for a minute and I couldn't find it.
I know it's hard to find on this system, but that's okay. It's within your picture on the lower left if you need it on the bottom. But anyway, okay. So we talked about marketing during a recession, and when I say I want to be clear too. When I say double down on your marketing, I don't mean if you did 10 posts, now I want you to do 20. That's not what I mean. I mean what Kim is saying, where you really look and be very selective about your marketing activities. That your marketing, looking at where your leads have come from the past, focus on that first, then maybe add a place where you know your clients hang out or get their information, or this is where they do their research, or this is where they enjoy. Then you can focus on those platforms. Do it in a much more focused way during difficult times as opposed to
I don't see
your poor
it's
dogs.
not-
It's within your picture at the, oh, I think I can do it actually, but I don't want to do that to you. Oh, see there, I did it. Maybe I'm the only one who has control. So you have to go like this when you want to talk. So I agree. Like best practices and tips for marketing during a recession is don't give up. Don't pull back. I was just testing to see if your dogs were speaking, so I turned it off. On. And any last tips?
Not to let my dogs, I actually purposely fed them and everything before they came. I gave them bones to play with so they wouldn't do this. And then, so yeah. So anyway, show up. Keep showing up.
Keep showing up. And if you need help, oh, they're really bad. If you need help, click the link in the description to get on Kim's calendar and to talk about your social media. Don't panic during these times. And it's funny because I started out this broadcast saying I watched the State of the Union last night. I normally don't watch that stuff because I don't like to get myself uptight, but I watch it purposefully so that I can guide my clients to best practices. So I do believe that it's going to be, we're going into a little bit more of a difficult time for people's mindset, but really business is not going to change. Everyone's just in a little shock. They're going to stop spending as much. And then they're going to go, you know what? Life is exactly the same as it was. I'm going to ignore all that stuff. And I'm just going to keep making my life better. And when they want to make their life better for interior designers, they're going to go and look for them because they're going to spend less money. The same thing's going to happen. They're going to spend less money outside their home, but they're going to continue to try to make their homes their haven where they can hang out and enjoy their time.
Correct. So for designers, it really could be a potential for.
It could be the potential for another 2 years of making great growth, which is what happened for most designers during COVID who didn't get fearful and hide. They went bold out and they kept doing consistent marketing. And next thing you know, their pipelines are hugely full, right?
Correct.
So let that be you guys, and make sure you continue to develop your recession marketing strategy and follow it through. Don't pull back. Don't let fear stop you from getting the business that's out there and just waiting for you to find.
Correct.
Okay.
Beautiful information.
What'd you say?
I said that was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So, all right, Kim. So if they need you, there's a link in the description. I love the different ladder of services that you offer, as little as $9 a month to get one post a day.
Yep, it's done. It's just they'll receive a little hub that they can click on, and it has Canva graphics for every day of the week, every day of the month. And then they also have marketing suggestions, promotional suggestions. So it's kind of a neat little service.
Point.
We just launched it. And if they want to try it out, we're offering the month of February for free. So just leave me a message. I don't think we have it on our website yet. That's how new the product is. But
wow, that's cool.
yep. So
All right.
February is free for just to have someone find me, and I will get you the link to get it. So
That's awesome. Okay, if you want that link to the free Canva templates for the month of February for your Instagram, I guess they can use it for Facebook too, or just Instagram?
both. They can do both.
Okay. Leave a message for Kim through @Kim or message her directly through Facebook and to get that link because it's brand spanking new. And I still love your Get It Done Club. To me, that's my favorite product that you have where people come on once a week or twice a week, whatever you offer, and they sort of parallel play, get their marketing all planned out with your help in the background, with your tools, and with the energy of the other people in the Get It Done Club and exchange of ideas. I think it's an amazing option for people.
Yeah, and we're having a lot of fun, and it keeps growing, so that's nice. It's a perfect point if you are wanting to, like, I've always wanted to outsource my social media, but I can't afford it. It is the perfect starting point because then it teaches you what good social media is, and so that when you can afford to hire it out, you already have that baseline, so you know what to look for when you are outsourcing it.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. All right. Thank you, Kim. We will see you next month for Marketing Mastery. Guys, if you have any questions specific to your marketing and your social media marketing on any of the platforms, Kim's the person to ask. So put your question below and that'll give us hints as to what types of things you want to learn when we go live for Marketing Mastery. Is that what I'm calling this? Yeah, Marketing Mastery. Yes. All right. Thank you, Kim. I will see you soon. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Let us know what you want us to talk about, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.